All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Vigil team call for the last Tuesday of March, 3/26/24. And today we are blessed to have Mr. Nerissa Jimenez join us all the way from the West Coast, so 3 hour difference from us. And Nerissa, I thank you for agreeing to this. First of all, I know your schedule's tight, so I want to honor that. And so Nerissa and I attended the advanced sales boot camp a couple weeks ago. Nerissa has been an SME within the Kimbrell master hierarchy. She's done a great job with it. And I figured you guys could benefit from hearing from her because you guys know how it is, right? Third party validation. She does a great job with it. So thank you, Nerissa. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Guys, well, I am going to share my screen throughout the whole time. So I have to make sure I share my sound too. So I did have a quick video that I'm going to share as well. But this is me, guys. I know all the faces here, which is so good. I just love that. And excuse me in advance if I mess up on my presentation. But can you see, what do you see in here? You're seeing everything.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Michael
ma'am.
will help me eventually get it right. You see everything. He'll tell me, okay, Nerissa, do this, do that, then you fix it. But I'm gonna let you see everything. So this is me, right? This is one of my slides that I use. I have been with Symmetry since 2020, December of 2020. And then my first policy was my husband. He has diabetes. So I got him I needed to get him covered. I was prior to that, I was with a captive agency that wouldn't cover my husband. So just another validation as to why I was making that shift over to Symmetry. And so yeah, my first policy, January, first policy 2021 is when I actually started, was my husband's policy. So before that, I had started my business as a financial coach. And for 3 years prior, I was with a company kind of like JAMA. They let me go because I had passed the SIE and I decided I don't really want to do my, I don't want to do a 6 and 63. I don't want to do that piece. I want to focus on coaching. I want to focus on the client, right? And meeting their needs. And so that's what I did. And some of you have seen my peeps here. Yeah, sorry guys, I have my little notes here. How do I get rid of this and just do the slide? Tell me how to do that, Michael.
So you see that half computer? You should be able to click that and that should allow you to go to a full screen.
Okay, the half computer.
It's got like the computer and then it has like half the screen. One
The
over.
next one over.
To
The other
the
way.
left? Oh,
Yeah,
that,
to the
oh, sorry. Yeah, you have to tell me twice. That's it?
Nope, that's turns on the subtitles, I think.
I can't see your whole screen. On the very top, does it say full? I can't see the whole screen on this computer I'm on.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can see my notes. Who cares?
Click the 3 dots and see what your options are.
Sorry, guys. No.
Screen.
No, it says last viewed, hidden presenter view, hide presenter view.
Yeah, there you go.
That, look, okay, let's teach Nerissa. That's all right. Look, we're all learning together. Okay. I love it. I have my subtitles there, so that'll be fun. Anyway, guys, this is my fam. This is why I do what I do. And I know all of you have your own why, but having this in front of me every day just fuels me. And this is my why. My dad passed away from complications from diabetes and high blood pressure. And so, just helping clients that have those challenges in their life and just that whole concept of generational health and wealth. He was very sickly and we lost our family home. And so, it all is behind my why just that drives me and do what I do. So this is my crew. Obviously, I have a 33-year-old. He just turned 33 yesterday or the day before. Wait, what's it? The 20th. He turned 33. And my daughter, she's 30, gonna be 31. And then I have a 21-year-old. And this is my grandbaby. And he is what keeps me young. Quickly, I just want to show you this fun video, a couple of minutes, but it really talks about retirement planning. And everybody, there's a whole bunch of buzzwords like IUL, debt-free life, all those little acronyms that we know. But this is a really cool one.
When it comes to retirement planning, there are three kinds of people. The guy who doesn't think about or plan for retirement, you don't want to be that guy. The gambler type who feels the only way to grow her money is to risk losing it all in the stock market, and the play it safe type who shudders at the thought of losing a single penny of his savings, even if it means sacrificing any opportunity for.
I don't know why it's not playing the full video, but let me get out of here. I'm just going to let it play the audio for you. Nerissa's not that great at this, guys. Can you tell?
And
You're
she
doing
still,
beautiful.
and she still closes a ton of business.
Yep.
Let me stop sharing that. Give me just a second. Let me share this. I wanted you to see the video. I don't want to not show you that. Let me get in here. Well, it's not cooperating, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to go back to my presentation. But I'm going to give it to Michael and he can show it to you later because I'm not going to prolong this. I'm frozen, Michael. I'm frozen.
Oh man.
I'm frozen. You know how you try to show a video and you get frozen?
Oh, like, yeah, that happens to Kyle all the time. I don't know how that happens. Must be using a Mac. I'm just joking. I don't know if you are.
Okay now.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. So how do I fix it?
We'll have to troubleshoot it afterward. I have no idea, Nerissa, honestly.
Okay, so let me just go back to the old video here. Let's go. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna go past that. Tried to get a little snazzy on you, but that's not gonna work. We're just gonna go and go through it here. It's stuck. It won't move, guys. Do I have to go out and come back in, or what do I have to do?
No idea. You wanna?
Maybe close out of it and then, yeah, like reopen the PowerPoint.
Say close out, come back in.
You'll probably actually have to leave the Zoom because I think it's a buffering issue, and then just come back in. All right, I guess she did go, right? I'll make her a host when she comes back in. So while she's gone real quick, we'll go ahead and do this leaderboard real quick. All right, guys, so this is from last week. I do want to congratulate Justine because she has officially done 7 applications now total. So we got Miss Jessica with as a brand new writer last week with $128. Miss Brenda King with $389. I think she's already doubled that this week. Shania with 1 application for $1125. Mr. Avila with 1 for $3,000, and then Justine with $6,030. So great job, Justine. And I know there's more on the way. Keep talking to those neighbors if that's what it's going to do for you. I'll give you host control now, Nerissa. All right, you should be good to go.
I'm just gonna pop on each screen if you don't mind. I don't want it to
Okay.
hmm. It won't let me do the ones that I had saved in there. It won't let me go back to that same one. I am so sorry that this isn't working. It's just dead. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's not letting me do it.
No worries.
So
If you want to send
sorry.
me the slideshow, I can share it with the team later and you can just chat with us.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do it. So what I'd like to do right now is to just go on to HQ. How about that? How about we just go to HQ and I'll share that. Sorry guys that my little slideshow didn't work for you, but these things happen, technology. Why don't you go on HQ? Because it's not letting me do anything. So why don't you go, because could anybody share? Michael, can you share and go on to HQ? If you would go on to clients, FIF, under clients. Guys, I apologize that this is not going as smoothly as I want it to, but I wanted to share with you about the whole reset concept. And I had wonderful, beautiful slides that, and maybe I'll be able to come back, Michael, and get my slideshow presentation to work. But really, our focus is to make sure that we are resetting each and every client.
Nerissa, do you want to send me your slideshow? I can share your slideshow.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can go through this in the interim.
Okay, I'll do that. I think my whole thing is locked up, Michael. I can't do it, or else I'll be kicked out.
Out of the Zoom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything's locked up. It's not letting me do anything. I can't even go back to the slides. Yeah, I can't do anything with my presentation.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and I can't send anything. So I'm so sorry. Maybe
right.
I can reschedule and go through my presentation then.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
I'd love that. That would be
Okay.
better.
You got it.
Sorry guys, I apologize for the
No
technology
worries.
profile today.
That's all right. Happens to all of us. Happened to me last Friday. I was in the middle of a presentation and the internet just went out here at the house. So I called the client back and they're like, "Oh, if you can't work from a place that has good internet, I don't know if I want to work with you." I was like, "Okay." Not a problem. You're
Apologize.
probably not.
There's so much that I went through and I put together for you guys, and I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to shortchange you. So I want to go through it bit by bit and make sure that you have it. So I will be back and I will come and I will share the reset, all the information with you, just like I wanted to. Sound good?
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you, Nerissa. Yep.
We
Thank
love
you.
you.
I love you too. You guys, thank you for letting me come in just a little bit, but I will be back next week, okay?
Awesome.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.
All right, guys. Give me 1 second here. So those of you guys that were on with Danny today, what was your takeaway from just today? I mean, he always has something that everyone takes away something. Linda, Brenda.
Yeah, just I guess, the consistency and persistency. That's kind of what I was texting with like Shania about it during. It's just like, yeah, just saying consistent with it and, not trying to, again, convince people of what's there if they don't see it or want it for themselves. And I mean, the next concept is, pretty high when it comes to that. Then, if I'm not going to waste my time trying to convince you if you don't, see it for yourself, kind of a thing.
And so I always take away so much from Danny, and I have probably all of his notes written down 3 times because I take notes every time he talks. The one thing that just like it really hit me was like, this guy does $600,000 a week. And when the last time Danny wrote a policy was, like actually wrote a policy was, I mean, most of us weren't even on this team the last time he wrote a policy. You know what I mean? And I've been here for almost 7 years. So it just goes to show you that this opportunity is so much more than we allow ourselves for it to be, right?
Mhm.
And it's just, we got to keep searching until you find that one, right? And sometimes those ones take time. And I'm going to pick on Shania for a minute, right? So Shania had a monster month so far, right? And she worked her butt off ever since January trying to get that one client approved. But just the issue paid from that one policy alone will give her enough APV for her slingshot for this month. But that one policy alone doesn't allow her to get her slingshot, right? She had to write a policy 4 out of 5 weeks. And you know what? She knocked out her 4th week on the very first day of this week, right? So on Saturday, she submitted her application for that client, and she was like, "Hey, I got it. I'm done." So, and she's gonna be well above that threshold that she needs to. And then Justine started with us in October, right? But here she is having back-to-back big weeks already because she's putting in that time, effort, and energy and being consistent, right? She's tuning in with Shania and Brenda, and they're being consistent and they're talking, right? So but yeah, so that consistency and finding, that's all it takes, guys, is finding one person. Every agency has that one person, right? That one person. There's Sean Kim in the Kimbrell, right? And then in Sean's agency there's Frank, and then in Frank's agency there's Bo, right? So on, and it just keeps going down the line that way. It's just like Andrick, right? So you got Tony Capistrano, who found Darren, who found Eric, who found Steve Jackson, who found Chris Leak, who found Craig McManaman, you know what I mean? And then McManaman now has Tyson and a couple other big people, Sierra. I mean, Sierra is a monster, guys. Like, if you guys aren't following Sierra, and I'm saying ladies, right? Because I see a lot of ladies on here. Ladies, follow her content. She doesn't post anything special. But you know what they do? And Brenda said it earlier. They post consistently. What's her? Jamie Susi. She posts once a day. If you guys ever look at her story, there's like 9,000 stories, right? But they were all posted within like 10 minutes. And that's all the time that she spends on social media. You know what I mean? She just posts everything all at once, and she posts her whole day at once. And all that is that just attraction marketing, right? Linda, you said you've got a bunch of teachers that you want to present to now, right? And they started coming to you, so.
And I have a question about that later.
Yeah. And, so we put together a whole new landing page for Linda. You know what I mean? So now she has one that's very clean and professional for her clients, for her teachers that she's recruiting. Because there's a lot of teachers are just getting tired of having to go into school every single day. And for what? Their pay is getting cut. They're not getting appreciated with raises, anything like that. And then there's more expectations. Like, my son's teacher has to be at school by 5:55 every morning.
And what time does the day start?
His day starts at 7. School starts for them at 7:15.
Wow, that's really more than an hour. Wow.
Yeah. And it's mandatory. You know what I mean? And they have to be there till 4 when school lets out at 1:55. And so talk about a long day. That's a long day, And then we see nurses all the time. They're just getting burned out every single day. LPNs are now acting like doctors, right? You see more LPNs than you see actual doctors when you go in for a doctor's visit. And they feel overworked. They feel tired. Jessica, you can talk about that, right? All right, if you're on. Like, she comes from that industry. And I mean, it's just, it wears you out, it wears you down. I was talking with our mail carrier just yesterday because I noticed she was just kind of like, she wasn't her normal cheerful self. And I said, you know, what's wrong? And she says, well, they made me pick up some shifts and I have to work on Easter. I was like, what do you mean you have to work on Easter? Well, when you're a rural carrier associate or something like that, like, you have to work 6 days a week. And her day off is like Wednesday. It's so weird, you know what I mean? But she has to work on Easter. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys want to work on Easter. I don't, especially if it's a holiday that you celebrate with kids, and she's got 3 young ones at home. And now she's not going to be able to, she has to be working, So, as I'm sorry about the Nerissa thing, but I'll try to get the presentation from her as well. Guys, with FIF resets, it's something we all need to do, right? Every single presentation we do that financial information form, get it submitted, let us help you guys with it. That's what it's there for. Where is it, in May? Let me pull it up. It should be right here. The next boot camp is, it's in May. It'll be in Dallas. And there's going to be another one in Salt Lake City. I'm pulling that up so I can share with you guys as well. So there we go. Dallas, May 15th to the 17th, August 6th to the 8th in Salt Lake, and then October, it'll be in Orlando, the 15th to the 17th. And then they're going to try and do a couple more here in Nashville as well. So next week we'll hear all about the following week, 2 weeks from now, when I'm at leadership, they'll give us some more dates on that. You guys saw the post from Kyle, or got a text or an email, I'm sure, on it as well, about the big reveal, how they're marrying Ninja and Level Up Leads and Switchboard and all that together. So you'll be able to have a seamless place to do digital lead ordering. And Darren, I didn't hear anything on this. Darren's the one that talked about it yesterday, that if you have an SLO, if you already have a current standing lead order, so that's what SLO stands for, standing lead order, SLO. If you already have one and it's being distributed to, there's an opportunity for you to get an even deeper discount on your subscription for your SLO. So I don't know what that means, but they're going to talk about that tomorrow, and then I guess again on Thursday for the big reveal. So if you guys have an SLO, make sure you guys are on, because it's going to be a first come first serve type of deal. And it probably means that you're going to have to move your subscription from HQ to Switchboard. That would just be my guess, right? And it's the first so many people that actually do it will probably get a discount. But you guys just remember that with new things like this, right, there can be some hang-ups and some, just some technical difficulties. So be patient with it as we go through it. I know Shania and Brenda have been very patient over the last couple of weeks as well with, different things happening with the leads. Shania, that email that I sent that you forwarded me, I forwarded on to home office. It's been opened 112 times. So, I mean, it's being sent around through all the people there. Sean Lyons is aware of it now. I did send it out to Alex Dolan and Maitland Demos. So they're all looking into it. It's a very valid concern, and I'm glad that you brought it up, so hopefully we uncover some things that are going on there. But and then Val informed us the other day when the bonus leads dropped, and I know that Jessica was able to get some, and then I got a few other text messages from people saying that they were able to jump in there and get some more bonus leads when they dropped, because they had been having some shortages from some things that happened on Monday, and that was with billing and things like that. So, does anyone have any questions? Yes, I know there was.
I was wondering, we are having an issue with a forester's application and an email Foresters isn't even like allowing us to do a different email for an application that we submitted. They're having us redo the whole app because gentleman didn't have an email, so he used his daughter's email, and they're saying no. They like literally just declined the whole application for it. So when we redo the application, when we get another email, do we need to re-put it into opt, even though it's the same exact one? Okay,
Yeah,
so
you don't have to. You can just go into the old one and replace the application itself.
okay.
And if you can't do
you-
it, just email it to me and I'll go in and replace it for you.
Can you show us how to do that and how to like upload like another form or anything like that into opt also?
Yeah, let me just go ahead and stop this. That way I don't share any personal information.